Hello there. I haven't used the video function in Substack. I think I might have used it once, but it was a long, long time ago, so certainly not recently. But I thought, I was looking to do maybe a post. I was looking to, I guess, get to grips with Substack a bit more because I do think it's a lovely platform. There's a nice community feel. And I thought that I would share with you three things this week that have really resonated with me. I suppose as a cognitive behavioral therapist, I talk a lot in my day job about cognitive change, and I think about behavioral change, and it amazes me sometimes how much people get it and then use those practices. And I often challenge myself to, do I, put changes in place? Do I try and think differently? So I thought I'd share three things that really kind of stuck with me and things that I've been finding useful this week. So the first one, I was listening to James Clear, who I am a huge fan of, and he was on the Diary of a CEO. Again, Stephen Bartlett, very, very clever, and I do like his podcast. So one of the first thing that James was talking about was um, the impact of the journey rather than the goal. So, I work a lot with emotional eating and binge eating, and oftentimes that goal is a weight, it's a number on a scales. Um, and I think for me, the number on the scales is it's a measure, it's important, it's something that means something as data. But when it comes to actually the bigger picture around feeling well and our health, it's only one of the measures. And that there is that, is too low a weight actually healthy? So as a number, as a goal, it's something, but it's not actually the main thing. And I think that what when it came to behavioral change and when it came to habit change, what James was saying, or my interpretation, was that it's actually the journey. And I know that's a bit of a corny word, but actually doing the things that become normal. So really investing in how good it feels to eat well, how good it feels to go for a walk, or any of the things that we do to try and improve our health. Actually doing those is the nice bit, is the journey and that feeling of achievement, when you go to bed at night, that actually you've done and implemented things that are going to be part of your routine. So that was the first thing I like. The second thing I like was a really random, and I don't have the lady's name because it was just came up and I can't find it again. I think it was a story, so I didn't get her name. But what she was talking about was um, styling your hair, and just, I suppose I give my hair a really quick dry on the good days. But what she was saying was that if you leave it for 70%, so just let it dry, go about your business naturally to about 70%, and then blow dry it, it really makes a difference. And it's just such, for me anyway, it was just a great tip, and I really thought that that was a good thing. So that was the other thing. And the third was the 5 minute rule. Now, this has been used in various, so Mel Robbins talks about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. James Clear again talks about, I think he's adapted to maybe 2 minutes, but um, we use 5 minute rule as therapists in behavioral activation. So doing something that's going to help you to feel better for 5 minutes usually helps us to get started, and then we want to continue. And that's the really important part. James Clear was talking about some guy who literally went to a gym every morning for a week. He went, he stayed, and then he left, because it wasn't so much the actual going and the amount of time that he spent there. It was becoming the type of person who went to a gym every day. Now, going to a gym every day is not something that I enjoy. Going for a walk every day, I absolutely love. So each to their own, I think, in terms of what it is that you feel would really benefit you on a day-to-day basis. So those are my three things. I hope that some of those resonate with you, and thank you for listening to me today. Bye for now.